Oh, he
Bob
told you
Martin
the
said he
story,
had
huh?
started off in his 20s in a large
in my
company with
20s.
about 32 salespeople in his branch.
Oh, God.
It was his
Okay.
first real job, and he was starting
Oh,
at the
I remember
bottom.
my first real job.
Because he was new, he hung around with the other junior salespeople.
I'm
As
an
they say,
OG.
birds of a feather flock together.
Flock 'em.
After a month or two, Bob noticed that the top salespeople in the office also associated.
So I am listening to a no excuse audiobook and taking some notes because I don't want any excuses to be a failure in life. Like some people that I know. I'm not gonna name any names. Michael. You see how I just said like a general name. And if your name's Michael or Sarah, that's okay. Your parents got a basic, but I'm listening to no excuses because I don't want any excuses. No excuses for me.
associated with each other.
Uh-huh.
They did not spend time with the junior salespeople.
Ooh.
They also spent their time differently.
Okay.
When Bob got into work in the morning, the top salespeople were already there,
Ooh.
planning their days and working on the telephone and making appointments.
Exactly.
Bob also noticed that the junior salespeople would come in later, drink coffee, read the newspaper, and make excuses for not making sales calls.
I used to be a junior executive, junior car salesman back in the day over at Honda Renton. They could tell you about me. Oh, Raj, I was slanging those motherfuckers. I was Honda after Honda. I sold a Hummer. You know? But what I figured out in that sales environment is that there was some real OGs there. You know? There was some real people putting in that real work. So that's why I'm here putting in this real work in my office to make myself better, man. You know, because these guys, man, I don't want no excuses.
Bob decided that he was going to pattern himself after the top salespeople in the office.
Yeah, patterns.
He looked at the way they dressed and groomed, and he resolved to dress and groom the way they did.
Okay.
Each morning he would stand in front of his mirror and ask himself, do I look like one of the top salespeople
Do I look
in
like
my
one of the
office?
top salesmen? I
If the
think I
answer was
do.
no, he would go back and change his clothes until he felt that he looked as good as the best people. He began to come into the office and organize his day before 8:30 a.m. so that he was ready to make calls as soon as his customers.
And the thing is, I get up at 5:30 every morning. And I'm sitting here and first of all, it's not easy to get up at 5:30 in the morning. But then I do something. You know what I do? I fucking listen to audiobooks and music and blast it. Get my shit together. I'm trying to get my shit together, man.
Were available
No
to see him.
excuses.
One day, Bob asked one of the top salespeople if he could recommend a book or audio program that would help him.
Okay.
It turns out that top people are always willing to help other people improve.
Nice.
When he got the recommendation, Bob
Top.
immediately went out and got the
Always
book and
willing.
sent away for the audio program.
Top.
He read the book and listened to the program, and then reported back to the top salesman. The top salesman gave him some more advice on things to read and listen to, all of which Bob followed. Bob asked another salesperson
is
how
on
he planned
one.
his day, and that
Okay.
salesperson showed him his time management system.
Oh
So
yeah.
Bob began to plan and organize his day the way the
I
top
do need a
salespeople did.
time
By
management
using these
system.
top salespeople
I do.
as his role models and emulating them whenever possible, Bob started to make more appointments, see more prospects, and make more sales. Within 6 months, he was one of the top salespeople in the office as well.
Wow, Bob.
By that time, the top salespeople had invited him for coffee and lunch, and he became one of them rather than one of the junior people.
Okay.
The next year, Bob went to the National Sales Conference, where he met a lot of the top people from around the country.
Okay, Bob.
He deliberately sought them out and asked for their advice. What
Wow.
books would they suggest? What audio programs would they recommend? What seminars had they attended? What strategies did they find that were the most effective in building
Giving
their
that
sales
game.
business?
Bob in that game.
Bob did something that very few people do.
Very.
When he received advice, he followed it. He immediately took action on the
Follow the advice. That is what I'm telling you. But I'm not even here. I'm getting this from the No Excuses book. But don't follow all the advice. Don't follow all the advice. It's not you. You're the one that has it all. And if you get a little nugget of advice, you need to come and do something about it. I don't even care if you walk by somebody on the street and you use that as advice to tell yourself. I don't care if you're talking about yourself. Advice not to go down there or to talk to that person or to get some that person that money or something like that. You know, and things happen all the time. And